Life of baseball.
I'm just messing with you.
And you are crazy.
Such a dick.
All right.
Welcome to another Tuesday of our existence where we just sit here and wait until we either catch a virus or die
Or deal with bullshit.
or just get looted or just
Or deal with the insanity of the world.
right, yeah. Something bad is going to happen to us because we're terrible people and we've done this to ourselves, right? When you really look back,
We haven't been canceled yet, so.
right. When you really look back at what's happened in the year 2020, it's all our fault. It really is. It's our
Mostly.
fault. Yeah, it's humanity's fault. Okay, here we go. Bald and ugly. Bald and ugly.
Oh.
We got some
Ooh,
viewers.
You're playing a new game, Super Mega Baseball.
No, so Kevin von Michael Magnum, he sent the footage behind here, so I'm gonna turn this stupid.
Playing a little video in the background.
Yeah, turn that NHL the Madden 92 off and turn this on. And turn off the sound though, because so apparently it's us playing behind here. Like Kevin created me and you and all the things that we do. Well, let me move this thing somewhere out of the way. So yeah, that'll be our background. Is this you batting here? Who's pitching? Some guy named Rubio. Oh, Rubio. All right, so we had a pretty dull week, I would say, in terms of actual sports content. You know, there was a couple NASCAR races. But we got a nice little gem from our buddy Rob Manfred. Once again, throwing just piles of feces on this entire negotiation. Just it's been mishandled from the beginning. It's been terrible. Like, they should have had a deal. I get that he's in a really precarious position. He's got a union and an owners group that really hate each other, but he has not done a good job.
He's had years and they've done nothing.
Yeah, and he hasn't got them to come to the table. Like in '94, it was a little different. Faye Vincent was just he was
Congress
overmatched.
Forced them to come to the table.
Yeah, Faye Vincent was overmatched by Donald Fair, and Donald Fair is one of the toughest negotiators to ever live.
Surprisingly, he still lost to Bettman in the NHL. Though.
Yeah,
the players crap in 04.
Well, yeah, the players didn't want to take his hardline stance, but he's a tough son of a bitch. Like, he will blow it up and ruin everything for the sake of being right. That's how Donald Fair is. And I honestly, I think he could get me to just give up on everything because he's such a tough son of a bitch. But I'm saying the players and the owners are so disconnected right now. And it's the commissioner's job to get them to have a dialogue about that, right? And it's just not.
They're more interested in flinging shit in like every side.
Yeah.
The owners will publicly leak the terms out to the public. The players will write their grievances on Twitter.
Yeah. And the owners they have leaked everything to the public, and the players have done a good job of sort of being that
what really helps baseball is all the bullshit happening in the world right now. So everyone's eyes are off all this like clown show shit.
Yeah, so everything.
Everyone's worried about Chaz or Chop or whatever they're calling themselves now.
Right. The Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone. I think that there might be baseball there before there's baseball in America.
You'll have sports there before in America.
Right. The Chaz. What would the team from Chaz be called? The SJ Dubs?
No, I call them the Capitol Hill Autonomous Zone Bitch Pigeons.
That's right. But who would they play against?
They would play against the Minneapolis abolished police force.
That's right. The now defunded.
Or the community leaders of
police
Minnesota,
union.
where they will try to peacefully quell the situation instead of play the game. And
who's gonna ump that? They can't. They don't
No
allow
umpires,
authority.
dude. Umpires are considered authority figures.
That's right. They'll just have to be like, "My bad, that was a strike." Nah, and then they'll never get past the first pitch because they won't be able to agree on it. My thing is all right. We were talking about this earlier. You said C-League, like Manfred was worse than C-League, which
C-League 2.0. That's how I always struck him as. Like he was just. Like,
that's right. You said he was C-League 2.0. The thing about C-League and why he was successful in 2 collective bargaining agreements, because everyone knew what he was about. Everyone knew that he was an owner's honk. I mean, he was an owner basically, and so
he owned the Brewers,
right? And so going into the negotiations, they'd be like, "Well, it's 2 against 1, right? The commissioner is obviously against us. We're gonna have to scrap for everything we can get." Manfred has been walking the tightrope of the. Or
he's been the literal definition of a spineless cock.
Right. He's like, oh, I gotta play these guys, and he's gotta pick a side, dude. He could pick a side, and obviously pick.
At this point, you have to worry about baseball survival. I don't give a shit if I make enemies, because you're dealing with a situation where a season may be all but lost. You're heading right into a CBA expiration where you might be dealing with another player strike. What happens to baseball?
Yeah.
I mean, that TV contract bubble is going to burst someday. I'm surprised it hasn't already.
That's the thing with the owners.
As I said, like the thing I've always compared it to, baseball will end up becoming like horse racing and boxing. They'll only give a shit about it during like the 1 or 2 big events of the year.
That is sad.
They'll worry about maybe the home run derby and the World Series. Everything else will be forgotten.
It's sad to think about it because, number 1, I love baseball. Number 2, it's the best summertime activity, right? It's
peaceful.
It's fucking amazing to go to a game in the summertime. Mm-hmm. But
unless you're a Pirates fan, then you just enjoy the view and laugh at them.
Yeah, but if no one's watching it, then it's unsustainable. And this is not the time for baseball to have a work stoppage in any capacity. Without a pandemic, right? Like this is getting beyond ridiculous. And what Manfred said today just absolutely blew my fucking mind. When he went back, he is literally flip-flopping. Like
there's not a 100% chance of coming back to baseball. I remember seeing that.
Just like you said, he's spineless. And that is what's bothering me about it. Is if he just said, "Hey, look, we're digging in. We're gonna have a season, and the players they've done their campaign. Tell us when and where." And it looks like the 58 game or whatever bullshit season they want to play is gonna happen. So
58 games is ridiculous,
right? Put your fucking
even
foot
for like
down.
something like baseball. You have to do at least 80, 82.
Oh, yeah. I say go back to just compromise, call it 81 games, 90% or whatever, 80% salary. Someone's got to give a little. And then
neither of them want to give a little, though. The players want all of their money because they're not used to NFL non-guaranteed contracts. And Major League Baseball, the owners don't want to keep bleeding money because they're going to lose like over $600,000 a game if they play games.
Yeah, but
because nobody's going to be attending the games. They're going to lose ticket revenues. And the owners don't want to take on that loss for themselves.
Yeah. Maybe the Yankees should
the problem is
revenue sharing. They should have some revenue losing models instead of revenue
so the Pirates
sharing.
Lose all their money. Yeah, that might be a good thing. Pirates, Rays, Athletics, and Marlins all lose their money.
Yeah, they just shove all their bodies into the center with a giant bulldozer. All right. The other thing that's really scaring the living shit out of me is the NFL, which is the other thing here, right? Training camp starts in a fucking month, right?
Mhm.
And,
Yeah, I don't know if you're going to get training camp, especially
right.
with COVID cases like popping in certain areas of the country.
Zeke obviously could not quarantine and put his dick in some COVID cases. And that's why he's got the COVID.
I'm surprised they HIPAA violations.
Oh,
Like,
he
that's
even tweeted
Dr.
out.
Peyton
It was like HIPAA. Like when Zeke Elliott knows about the health information privacy.
the Hippocratic Oath, man.
Yeah.
Like, how did that information get leaked? Because that's the only person we know who actually has it that wasn't like fully announced.
Probably because he talked with his big mouth. They probably had to call in a special Ewok doctor, and they were like, "Hey, bring in the vet. He might have COVID." And then, yeah. So I really am scared. I think the facilities will open. Remember, none of these dudes were around the NFL, but
yeah, but if someone brings it, it only takes one.
It only takes one to bring it. Now, NASCAR has done a very successful job of showing we can isolate, we can travel together, we can not.
Yeah, Dale Jarrett announced he has coronavirus.
Oh, Dale Jarrett has it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Well,
I mean, as I said, it only takes one, but like, how long
it.
until that like spreads and stuff?
We all have it. It's like The Walking Dead.
Pretty much.
And you're that cunt down
waiting for it to activate it.
Yep.
I mean,
yep.
Only a matter of time before Pittsburgh gets their wave. We haven't had it yet.
It activates when you die.
Yeah. And then they'll roll back the opening procedures and be like, oh, no, we still have a threat. It's like, then why didn't you reopen everything?
Why did you do such things? Okay. Let's start. So I think baseball will play some level. They're just.
I hope they play something. I mean, at this rate, who knows if the NBA even plays?
They will. The sports.
It seems like they're more interested in a social justice and like just community outreach than playing games. And I feel like they'll protest if that keeps going on.
I want to ask you something, and then I want to ask also the chat. Who do you know more of? People that went to protest on behalf of racial injustice, or people that contracted the coronavirus? Which of those two populations do you know more of? Because I don't know a single person that went to a protest.
Coronavirus, I think I know a couple friends of the family that got it.
So you know what?
My sister was a nurse working at an ICUs, and her husband is intubating, and they think they had it. So that's about 4. And
everyone's saying
nobody that went to protest.
All right, there's more people saying it's roughly 50-50 for protests. I honestly know one person that had COVID and none that have protested personally.
Man.
So,
well, did the person that COVID
Troy
recover?
Cyclone, his dad has COVID. Okay, I think
sucks,
it's just amazing how I think protesting and COVID is like spilled blood. When you see it, it looks like there's a lot of it, but there's really not much of it.
There's a whole lot of double thing going on. Gathering around massively for protests is good, and then 45 minutes later, health directors will be worried about political rallies. Okay,
yeah,
it's hypocritical. But I mean, we're already seeing a spike in cases in a lot of places, and they'll say it's because of reopening. No, it's because of the mass protests.
No. That's not. You're not allowed to blame the protests.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. Facts, hard data. That's racist. Everything's racist nowadays.
It is.
You say shit like 10 years ago, you gonna get canceled.
You gonna get canceled. How come Jimmy Kimmel's not canceled for doing Karl Malone and blackface?
That's I don't know, dude.
Or Howard Stern. Howard Stern has made more racial.
He's been so hardcore. Dude, if George Carlin were still alive, he'd have a field day or he'd be immediately canceled.
Robin Williams.
They were canceling Faulty Towers. What the fuck does a show in Britain in late 1970s have to do with this shit?
How come? Dude, you know what should be canceled? Archie Bunker. Dude, that dude.
No, what's going to be canceled is Monty Python and Looney Tunes because of transphobia with their frequent cross-dressing.
Yes, that's right. And Kids in the Hall too, because they were unequal to women. They all played women themselves. So
yeah, I mean it's not for comic relief or anything. It's a political statement.
How's Ford avoiding all this. Henry Ford was a major anti-Semite.
Oh, dude, he supported the Nazi regime.
Right. And everyone's like,
and look
fucking
at statues too, man. I mean, the only statue I supported removing was Cherry Richardson, which I found out they removed after years. Which I'm like, I don't even know why that statue was put up to begin with, because it was just like it was like a vanity move. Which I'm like, okay, that's the only statue I approve removing.
Putting up a statue outside your own stadium is like giving yourself a nickname.
Yes.
My name's Big Dick 5. That's right. And everyone's like, no, nobody calls you that. And you're like, no, man, it's Big Dick. It's Big Dick. And they're like, okay.
Yeah, like, but when does it stop? And you know it's not going to stop. And if you look at history, this is how totalitarian dictatorships get their start.
Yep.
It starts by demonizing your opponents, by bullying them if they have a differing opinion, getting them fired from jobs, canceled. Corporations, they rallied around Nazi Germany when they first started to appease to the common denominator. Endless momentum. Soon enough, they're already starting to deplatform certain fringe elements, and that's the part that should scare you, because when they start taking care of that, what's going to stop other things from being taken down? There's Breitbart. I mean, you might hate them, but they still have the right to do what they do. But how long is it until other things that are deemed undesirable are taken out, like this program or like certain YouTube?
Yeah, or
YouTube
Mike Gundy wearing an OAN shirt. What the fuck does that mean? I don't get it.
Well, nobody cares because it's outrage culture, man. Nobody cares about nuance. It's all good versus evil bullshit.
Yeah.
It's like they think it's like a movie.
Well, we're headed towards a state-run media
empire, and it's like, no, there's more nuance than that. But everyone sees things, and not trying to be racist because people might take it that way, but everyone sees things as black and white, and it's not like that.
No, I agree.
Both sides are right in things, and both sides are wrong in things, and nobody can see that.
Nobody can, because you're either us or them now. I feel like some people would love to be part of the Khmer Rouge, just picking out educated people from the line and just shooting them in the back of the head.
People that are protesting right now and trying to bow and bend the knee, you're the ones that are going to get killed next, because the Soviets were good with that. The Nazis were good with that. It's only a matter of time before they point the cannons at you.
And then they came. All right, enough. All right.
So I mean, I love to keep killing people, but I mean, dude, I can go on all night.
Yeah, just shut up, will you?
I need to shut up and trouble.
Oh, you're up. I think your fat ass is up at bat. Is that got to be you? That dude looks like you, back here.
I have no idea.
Taking a couple fastballs. No, that's Wesley Rubio's pitching. I don't know. All right, starting off the show. Mackay Wilson for $4.99. It's sad when the MLS can make a comeback plan faster than the MLB. And yes, the MLS is headed to Disney World as well. Take that as you will. Yeah, the MLS is like, fuck, we cannot survive a labor shortage.
Of course, because they did a massive expansion procedure and they need to recoup that cost somehow.
And their CBA probably has something in it that says, look, if there's a pandemic, you have to work for whatever we give you. Thank God. You should be lucky that you're playing in the MLS. And
you're probably getting paid a decent bit.
I tell you, the most underpaid athletes are UFC fighters. They get like $6,000 for a fight. They train for 6 months.
They're not like headliners, yeah.
Yeah, they train for 6 months.
WWE wrestlers are kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
If you're like lower tier.
I don't know if the MLS actually has a union.
I don't think so.
Yeah, everything.
I know they treat like European soccer rules, like transfers and negotiated contracts.
Maybe such a.
So like when you buy the transfer rights, you have to renegotiate a new contract.
I don't know. Alex Moreno, $1.99. Hey guys, Claremont Club is back to work finally. Oh, so Alex can go back to bugging Dan McGuire and maybe asking Mark what he felt about the 30 for 30.
Oh, yeah. I remember I was just a kid and I'm like, wow, look at them hit home runs.
Yeah. I had no idea what steroids.
And the Pirates sucked. It's like, well, the MLB didn't give a shit because it brought ratings and attention. And then once the ratings and attention are away, it's like, oh no, that's horrible. We need to disown this era. And McGuire and Sosa were cheaters. It's like, you didn't give a shit when they were hitting dingers.
That summer was like having a hot girlfriend who, like, had associates that did coke and shit, and like you just kind of ignored it. Like, oh, her friend's a drug dealer, and he comes in and just puts like a gun on your fucking counter and shit, and like, oh, he seems like an alright guy, and you just acted like nothing was going on because she was smoking hot. That's what that summer was. I'm just gonna forget that this is happening, and watch these home runs. Lua 503. Am I wrong for thinking the Sabres issues are more than Bottrell? Hey, he wasn't in charge of putting the alumni in knockoff jerseys, top to bottom, bad. Yeah, the
of course.
Sabres situation.
It's the Pagulas. The Pagulas are the problem.
Pagulas are the problem.
What the fuck does Kim Pagula know about running a hockey team? About as much as Russ Brandon did.
The Sabres are big trash, and
they are hardcore trash. The only reason why they aren't focused on more is because of a certain guy in Ottawa named Eugene Melnick. Have you been paying attention to that Senators foundation scandal?
Yeah. We talked about that last week.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
You know, it's really easy to start a foundation and steal money from it. That's
but it's like, I want it donated to liver causes, and by liver I mean my alcohol cabinet in Barbados.
Yep. It's very easy to cook numbers if you're in charge of them. Very few, actually, if you look at it, a lot of charities like Goodwill is almost a for-profit. Like the CEO of Goodwill makes like millions of dollars. It's terrible. Salvation Army is the only one where you can count on that your money's like not being wasted.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, you can mean churches are nonprofit, the IOC's nonprofit, the NCAA is a nonprofit.
Joel Osteen's
FIFA's a nonprofit.
Right. And they don't pay taxes on top of that. It's just crazy. Now you have to pay personal income tax. But
can we call ourselves a nonprofit? We help the community by shit posting.
Yeah. And we're definitely not profiting. Alex, song of the week, Bodies by Drowning Pool. I listened to that the other day working out. My Way by Limp Bizkit. Is that where Fred Durst goes, I did it my way?
I'm not sure.
And I did it all for the nookie. Yeah. So you can take that cookie. Why would you take a cookie and stick it up your ass?
I don't know, because he's probably a fucked up fetish kink guy. I don't know.
You would stick it up your I'll read all these Alexes, then I'll hand it over to you at Mackay Wilson. All right.
Very nice.
Alex says, I just want to take this time to say, leave Ramsey. Yeah, Ramsey is an anchor.
Yeah, he'll get paid. Don't worry. We'll be hearing you bitch about it for a long time to come.
He will get
Trust
paid.
me, they didn't trade 2 first-round picks for nothing.
Yeah. The Mets are blowing the lead back there. Sorry.
Oh, that's the Mets, though. They've always been blowing the lead. Who's in? Edwin Diaz?
Yeah, Edluz Diaz. Alex Moreno.
Boy, that might be Yuri's Familia.
Yuri's. I want Littleton, Peters, Cooks, and Sullivan back. They're all gone. Sorry. Marcus Peters.
Cooks was a anchor that had concussion issues who surprisingly got traded for. So you got a second-round pick for it.
Yeah.
Corey Littleton was pretty good, though.
Yeah. Peters was a little past the prime there. But he was good.
Peters, he was good in Baltimore. He was a bad scheme fit.
Yeah. Alex Moreno, would you rather watch NCAA softball or the WNBA?
NCAA softball.
Oh
you
my
got to
gosh,
see the women's donks.
I could watch.
They got some nice baseball, but
oh yeah, those girls. Every time I watch it, I remember when Kat Osterman was a pitcher. Did the Mets lose? No.
I have no idea.
The Mets haven't lost yet. It's 6-6. Come on now. Anyway, softball all day. Those girls are fine. Some of them, so every once in a while you get that kind of big beastly, like the catcher that hits a lot of dings. But usually the softball chicks got to go on.
Hey, but sometimes the big catcher chicks have the bigger donks.
Hold on. I think that's me at the plate. Yeah, Adam Jackson's at the plate. Oh, this one's hit deep. Is it? It might be. It could be. It's out of here. Look at me.
That sounds like some bullshit.
Boom.
That is not you hitting a home run.
That is me, dude. Look, he's even got the gray little beard. Number 5. Look at that. Crushed, bitch. Volleyball girls are definitely strong.
Oh yeah, volleyball girls have some nice butts too.
Yes. You know what's best? Pole vault girls. I fell down the rabbit hole on YouTube of all these pole vault highlights.
Not familiar with that, but they probably have some nice donks too.
I'm gonna have to have a little time with myself afterwards. Pole vault girls. All right, Alex Moreno. I must remind Nola again. Suck it, Saints. Go Rams. Yeah, Saints are canceled. The entire team's canceled.
Oh yeah, everyone's going to put out hits for Drew Brees. It'll be like Bountygate all over again, but with Drew Brees.
Because he had a different opinion, and then he fucking bent the knee like a little.
Yep, and he's apologized 4 times, and nobody gives a shit.
Yeah,
that's the problem. Like, why do people apologize? It's never going to be enough.
Fake out. Yeah. They're like, now you have to actually become black, Drew Brees.
No, they'll just bury him until he's dead. That's what happens. It's
the
like,
only way he can make it right is to go back in time.
Communist China, where they like have to confess their sins in public.
China's doing better than us. What they do is they put you in front of a bulldozer, run the bulldozer over you.
Beijing got locked down again, I think.
Yeah, their idea of cancel culture is a little bit different than ours.
Yeah, cancel culture, they'll literally hang you.
Yeah, right. Just a little different. Oh, I like this next one. Read this.
Yep, Mackay Wilson for 2. I heard this earlier. Chuck E. Cheese declares bankruptcy. Thoughts? I remember there was like a Chuck E. Cheese growing up around my house. It was like about a couple miles away. It closed when I was 6. And I was very, very sad. I did not like it. But
when the kids
all I hear about Chuck E. Cheese nowadays is like the constant fighting between adults.
That's right.
How long has Chuck E. Cheese sold beer for?
I don't know, but that's surely a sign of the apocalypse. They had to make it so that you could get beer there, so that people could.
Yeah, and now everyone just fights there.
Yeah,
just like your kids like cutting in line or some shit, or they get into like family arguments at parties, and all the kids have to watch the parents just beat the shit out of each other. It's like, why would I go to Chuck E. Cheese? And it's like, it's not even like in like rough areas. It's like rich white areas too.
Yeah.
Like Ross Township is like white bread as white bread can be. And there's fights going on there.
There was a fight in the Ross Township?
There's some fights in like, no, not Ross Park Mall. It's like, it's by Ross Park Mall.
I tell you, when my kids were younger,
McIntyre Square.
When my kids were younger, there was definitely a lot of frequencing of Chuck E. Cheese because it's the one place that you can go there and sit
play
down.
Arcades.
Yeah, kidnap a couple kids. Okay, and we're demonetized. No, it's the one place you can go and sit down and relax for like 15 minutes when your kids are like 2 and 4, and they can just run around and get into shit, and you don't have to worry about them at least hurting other kids.
Yeah, you just have to deal with shitty animatronics and shit pizza.
Yeah. Yeah, and the pizza was terrible. Dude, they had a salad bar, and I'd make a salad and put like the ham on it, and the ham literally tasted like bricks.
What the fuck? They couldn't even put Spam in there?
No, the ham was like old as fuck. And like,
what the fuck?
You don't want to fuck with the Chuck E. Cheese salad bar. I'm not surprised that they're going out of business because
I think coronavirus hastened their demise. It hastened a lot of Bucksport's demise.
Now, I will say this. The one in Alabama that I would go to when I was a kid, they had a strobe light room underneath the main stage, and that shit was trippy, man. I'd go underneath there and just turn the stream on, the strobe light on, and just fucking geek out for like a minute or two underneath there. 8-6 now in the 7th inning, by the way.
Ooh, very nice, very nice.
Go back to reading.
Let's keep going. Taylor Phillips for 2. Manfred should be fired and fuck the Tigers. That's the only positive about this. I don't have to deal with the Pirates sucking.
Yeah, Taylor Phillips hosts of the Michigan Sports Truth on the Stables Network, by the way. Yeah, the Tigers are very. It's bad to be a Detroit
They're bad. Being in Detroit in general right now is bad.
They're still building cars, though.
Yeah.
Still building cars.
Well, at least they can say they're not Minneapolis in a couple years. Way things are going
that way. All right. What? Oh, Manfred. Who do you replace Manfred with? Who wants to be commissioner? It's like the worst job
Put a golden retriever in there.
But
Everyone loves dogs.
Yeah.
And the dog will just bark and be like, "Oh, you know what? We should come to the table." And then they'll pay with him and give him a ball. He'll be an honorary bat boy in the World Series game for a couple innings. Everything's good.
I'm up again. We're
you
up.
know, like having golden retrievers is like bat boys.
Yeah. Bark once if we should end this labor dispute. And the dog's like, I don't know who you could put in with that has any dignity. That could be that has a spine. Scott Boras should be the commissioner of baseball. He'll get shit done. Players win everything. Scott Boras.
Well, if you're gonna put in cheaters, you should put in AJ Hinch and Jeff Luhnow. They'll steal the signs of the players' union and
they'll get intel. Alex Moreno, Goodell, spineless. Manfred, bruh, hold my drink. I wouldn't say Goodell's spineless. Goodell just does whatever the money tells him to do.
Goodell's main job, and I was thinking about this yesterday, he's terrible in optics, but his job is to make the owners money, and he is doing that hand over fist.
He's doing
so
his
why
job.
should they replace him? I mean, it's terrible for the game of football. It'll end up killing them in the long run whenever his replacement comes into play, but he's making them money.
He's doing exactly what they pay him to do, which is stack.
I mean, the players' union was fucking spineless. Like, I'm surprised they agreed to that labor deal, but
because they don't want to stop playing. The NFL has such leverage over the players. And
I mean, they did help out like the lower guys. Like they added more practice squad numbers, more roster spots, higher salaries for rookies and undrafted players. So I think that's what helped them out.
Maybe because the season is shorter in football, they just don't have enough time to bond in solidarity like the players in baseball do. Because the players in baseball, you know, that's what they're doing when they go to those mound visits. They're like, hey, we gotta negotiate our salaries later. They're not talking about fastballs and shit like that. They're just like, hey, what are we doing after this? We got to fuck over the MLB somehow.
No, they're just talking like, hey, fuck Rob Manfred. It's like, yeah, hey, fuck Brett Manfred too. I like you. Let's go grab drinks later.
That's right.
That's how it goes.
I don't know. Maybe the MLB, they're just tighter knit guys. Like you seem that they are more indoctrinated to be all about the union than maybe the NFL is. Maybe also the thing with the NFL is there's more players and they don't last as long. There's no elder statesmen, you know, in the NFL.
Like a couple of them, but yeah. I mean, the only one I can think of right now is maybe Whitworth, Malcolm Jenkins, Troy Benson's. Like, I mean, he's got a tough job. But it's been a while.
But it seems like every other players' union gets bent over a barrel by the owners. The MLB is the only one where they just fucking
MLB they just walked over everybody. And I mean, I get how that's bullshit, but the time to put in a salary cap in baseball was the early 90s. They're going to try and do it now. Good luck.
They have a de facto one, but the players' union, man, they're too fucking. We're trying to blow this lead. Who's batting? That's not the Fat Yinzer. All right, Jared.
Let's keep on going here. Jared Froman.
Yes.
For 5, there are 2 things we can all agree on. Our country needs to pass corruption reform legislation, and Manfred, Melnick, and Dan Snyder are assholes. I think Trump's already did an executive order for police reform. I haven't looked into it, though.
How do you just tell people not to be corrupt?
You can't do that, though. There's always going to be corruption.
I guess they need to impose like more serious time for corruption. Like in China, if you're found to be corrupt, we're blowing this lead, by the way. Oh, no, that's an out. That's an out. They get out of it. In China, they just execute you.
Yeah, they kill you.
Like I think the person, the minister of safety that was in charge of making sure lead paint didn't make its way into Thomas the Tank toys. Like as soon as that scandal broke, they found that person and executed him. Like I was like, damn, y'all fucked up. And probably it was Deng Pao Ching's like direct order to put the lead paint in the toy. And then they're like, oh, sorry, you got caught. Now we execute. And we are demonetized. I'm Asian.
No, you can say that because you're half Asian. Now, if I said that, we'd be
I
mega
can tell
canceled.
Jewish jokes too.
But you at
do
least, I
too.
mean, you get passes for Asian and Jewish
Yeah,
jokes. I get passes for maybe Polish and Italian and maybe a German joke or two.
Oh yeah. Well, we can all do that. We can all joke on that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Going up
What are you?
Beast of
How do you
Metal,
reform
1989.
corruption? We're always going to be corrupt.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No,
yeah.
we should at least try though. Should try.
Well, I mean, that's the goal. I mean, I think things are less corrupt in the States than they are in, say, Mexico, third world countries,
Oh,
ancient
God.
Rome.
You know,
There's been corruption everywhere, and
what's-
that's why you have a checks and balances system. In theory, it's a good idea, but does it really work out in all situations? No, it doesn't.
So in like Costa Rica, they have police officers that just don't carry guns. So like if a crime happens to you, you don't even bother calling the police.
Oh, yeah. Mexico, it's just they're run by the cartel.
Yeah. Like in Costa Rica, my buddy, his employee stole all of his equipment. And so instead of like calling the police and doing an investigation, like he had to go find the equipment himself.
Yeah, they have to like hunt it down, like vigilante justice.
That's how it be. What's this? Oh, Beast of Metal.
Beast of Metal, 1989. I know I've lost it all. Hold out your hands and take me from my misery. There's no coming back from this. I'll never wake. Unearth, last wish.
Oh, what happened to my
Very dark.
camera? Holy shit. I'm fucked up now.
Everything's freezing.
All right, read some more.
Yeah, let's keep on going here, man. Let's go for Nick Shannon. Wait, hold on. I'm a little further. I had to move down, so I got to move back up again. Yep, Joey Overstreet for 5. Holy crap, big news for Sabres fans. Botterill is out and gone in just 3 years when he said his job was safe. Lol. Yeah, he said that a couple weeks ago.
And you know what's even worse with
that kind of came out of left field. And they replaced him with, like, not even interim guy. It's like a guy who has no real GM experience and was in charge of
some bean counter. Yeah, they're like, hey, figure out how to keep Jack Eichel happy until we have to trade him. That was basically his job.
So I said, I'm just waiting for the GM Jack meme to come back and like demand his own trade out of here.
Whatever you do, don't trade Ryan O'Reilly to the Blues and ensure that they win the cup, please.
That blew up in Buffalo's face.
Yeah. Ristolainen.
One guy is out of the league. Another guy is like a bottom sixer, and the other guy is not developing.
Yeah. What are you going to get for Rasmus Ristolainen?
Probably he'll get traded to, let's say, Vancouver, and they will probably trade him for Louis Eriksson's awful contract and maybe Nikolai Goldobin and a goaltender.
Is Louis Eriksson still alive?
Yes, he surprisingly is still alive.
Who does he play for? I thought, did they send him
Vancouver?
To oh, God.
No,
he's still on the fucking Canucks?
Who's going to take on that contract?
Who was he originally traded for? That was a terrible trade.
That was Tyler Seguin.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's one of the worst trades of all time. But
remember,
to be
he
fair,
didn't fit the culture in Boston.
Yeah, Seguin was not fitting in, but still, you didn't get much back for him.
Yeah, I mean, you got Riley Smith, but he did nothing in Boston. Louis Eriksson was okay, but
Chris 5. You played catcher. What's the difference between catching a right-handed pitcher and a left-handed pitcher? I miss baseball so much. I saw a Civil War movie to boo the Yankees. Yes, I believe he said that last week. A righty and a lefty is really not much different. The only thing with a lefty is depends on what kind of tail he has on the fastball. Usually with a righty, you're always diving to your right, but a lefty, sometimes you're diving inside, but I always like catching lefties because I could keep the ball away better from right-handed hitters. So I preferred catching lefties, but really in terms of blocking the plate or what kind of movement they had on the ball, it really wasn't any different. I could move. I was bilingual. I could move left or right. Yep.
Don't you mean ambidextrous?
Yeah. Well,
except bilingual.
Fuck you and your fancy terms. I said that on purpose. I was gonna say bilateral.
No,
I was bisexual. I could do either one. I could go with the left hand or the right hand. If there's a guy in each box, I could jerk them both off. Anyways,
go El Chris.
I just read that.
Beast of Metal for 5.
Yeah.
This week's lyrics are a bit less apocalyptic and more mournful since an extended family member died over the weekend.
Gosh,
Shit, I'm
that's
sorry,
terrible. Sorry that happened. Oh, man.
dude. Yeah, it does
Sad
suck.
times, friends.
Mm-hmm.
Dodger. Here, read this. Dodger of Zion.
This Dodger of Zion, longtime viewer of the stream and woman with the hammer of justice.
Hammer
A
of
few of you may
justice.
know about that. Trying to start streaming full time. I mean, I've seen the emails. I haven't really been able to catch one, unfortunately. All SEC schools have reopening plans in place, so I think it's safe to say we'll have some form of college football.
I think so.
Maybe. We'll see. I mean, maybe certain schools will do it, like the big schools.
Jump on in here, Dodge.
Hey, y'all.
Hey, what's up?
Well, first full week is being out of a job. I'm trying to stream on Twitch full time now, but that was kind of kneecapped yesterday.
Didn't they get DDoSed?
A bunch of things got DDoSed. T-Mobile went down, Sprint went down, Verizon and AT&T had problems, so it wasn't just
Facebook,
Twitch.
Instagram.
I didn't have any problems with Facebook, and I don't know about Instagram. I don't use Instagram.
That's what I had heard. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
though.
Porn
And I
was just
actually
fine.
had to not only restart my modem and my router, but I also had to do a full reboot and memory diagnostic on my computer before I could frickin' stream.
Oof.
Yeah, that's how badly the thing screwed up my my situation here. Oh no. Ah shit.
Oh, did you just get DDoSed again?
Some of my drink just spilled onto my controller.
Oh.
That's not good.
Damn it.
Sucks.
Damn it, Dodge.
I've got it drying off now.
Well,
I'm gonna-
if you're going to do an afterburn, why don't you go ahead and plug your show?
Absolutely. And during the day, the otaku watching us might be interested in this. During the day, I'm actually streaming Persona 4 Golden because it is now on PC. So I'm just going to be streaming that almost every day, every afternoon,
Nice.
around 2 or 3 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. But yeah, I'm going to be doing an afterburn. We're going to do Jackbox, and we're going to be talking about another thing I would like to promote, because it's going to be next week or later on this week rather. I will be the technical director for a performance of A Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh. Puck is in
And
it.
it'll be a fundraiser for things. And yeah, I'm actually, if you're familiar with the show Browse Held High, the guy that hosts that is the director of it, and it's going to be amazing. So
I'm not familiar, but it sounds cool.
yeah, so check that out. In fact, I'll actually post the announcement video in the chat as well, so that you guys can check that out and be there, because yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun, and it's raising money for some pretty good causes. So I hope to see you guys there.
Awesome.
Soon as I can find there it is. As soon as I can find the bloody link.
Oh, we just got a $50 snapper chat.
Oh,
I
shit.
love those
Whoa.
purple snapper chats.
Oh,
Love 'em.
shit.
They make my penis hard. Just end from IK8. IK8. Rainbow.
Ooh, it must be new.
Yeah. Just end 2020. Can it be worse for the Sharks? No. No playoffs, and Ottawa has their first. Can't wait for San Jose Sharks Part 3 anchors away, because they have so many anchor contracts. At least I can look forward to fantasy football. Yeah, and no Joe Pavelski either. Like, they Sean Alexander.
Of re-signing Eric Carlson.
Yeah. They completely Sean Alexander, Joe Pavelski, and now
he at least gets a shot to win a cup. Dallas.
Yeah.
I mean, Marlowe does too in Pittsburgh.
I mean, they made a finals.
Yeah. They had their shot.
Blew it.
They did.
Thank you so much, Kate Rainbow. You're the best.
Absolutely.
Oh, I have an idea for 500. Actually, I think it'd have to be $1,000 snapper chat. I need to get a tattoo of some kind, but it's got to be funny. Like, I don't think I could get like an Eagles tattoo for $1,000 or.
Oh God, no! I wouldn't sell your dignity for that low.
No, it's too low. I would need, but it has to be something funny. Like, I'd have to get a tattoo of something. You could think.
You have to get a tattoo of a plunger on your head.
That would be funny.
Or of just a plunger. Maybe a plunger on the bald head.
Right here. Just a little plunger, like right here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
So-
funny.
So thanks
I
for
could
having
get a
me
plunger
on.
tattoo on my arm and just be like, "That's right, bitch."
So thank you guys for having me on, and the rest of you that are watching, I will see y'all for the afterburn as soon as this
Alright.
show is over.
Thanks
Absolutely.
for popping in,
Absolutely.
Dodger.
Take
Y'all
care,
have
Dodge.
y'all have a great rest of the show.
I wish sometimes I wish I was a baseball announcer and I could talk in this voice, like a kind of a high pitched
Dude,
voice.
That would be my thing. Like if I were just the Mets announcer, I'd just be doing the Mets voice all the damn time. Now heading for the Mets, right fielder Michael Conforto.
You sound a little like Bob Murphy, a little bit.
Well,
Now
you
heading for the
you
Mets.
gotta make sure it sounds very long and drawn out for baseball, and maybe get a little Southern drawl in there too, because that's what baseball's all about. Drinking on your front porch, a little lemonade, maybe add a little bit of some extra moonshine in there for the good times.
And then I could be
If
the
you watch
color
the
guy. I could be like, you know,
sunset and
Pete
think
Alonso.
about how little
Right.
Jesse would be nice in the barn tonight.
Then I could be the color guy. I could be like, you know, Pete Alonso enjoys group sex with his teammates. That's what I hear.
Yeah, I did hear about that as well. I think his favorite partner in that is he likes to go for the foreign flair. I think he's a big fan of a certain Jason Vargas.
Now I heard that him and Vargas have performed many Eiffel Towers, and it's
Yes. Mickey
big thing
Calloway
around it,
is
yeah.
sitting in the background smiling as it happens. He's a sick fuck.
Yep, that's right. All right. Let's read the next Snapchat right here. Beast of Metal 1989 breaking. Denny Hamlin wins Cup race at Homestead. First race in front of fans in grandstand since March. Opinion. Chase got fucking jobbed. Logano is a stupid little savage person. Hamlin had the best car all day at Homestead. Like literally he swept the race. He was out in front. It was a pretty boring race. I think the package is I hate to say this, the Cup Series package has been disappointing this year. And
It's mostly the segmented, like it just destroys momentum.
yeah, Elliott's had a good season, but man, Hamlin looked
He's had
really
some bad-
good, man. He racked up some points. So I'll read the
I'm,
next.
I'm surprised they had fans in the grandstands. I thought that was
Oh,
still
yeah.
empty. I
They
remember
were
there was a
out.
weather delay for a while.
Oh, it was. It ended at
'Cause I was
like,
looking like, oh, there's an NASCAR race today. It's like, weather delay.
yeah, they play the NASCAR rain delay content, which is
Which is just
Yeah.
extended stuff. Like I think they had something on Davey Allison.
so
which is cool.
Hamlin has the most wins at 3, but because he's had some shitty finishes, he's in 7th place, and we're 1/3 through the season. Harvick is in 1st because he has 6 top 5 finishes. Harvick's having a great year. Elliott's right on his heels. Elliott probably going to be in there for the chase. Hamlin's going to have trouble, but you don't know. There's 2/3 of the season left. I've become a NASCAR fan, and I kind of love it. I was already a fan before, so.
Get rid of Toyota already.
No,
No.
man, there
Fuck
needs
you,
to be
man.
more
American
Toyota.
cars suck.
Nah.
They need
I
to
want
have
it to be like
Supra.
2007, back when it was all American, when you had Dodge, and it was
You're
actually
racist.
fun.
No, you should go
Racist.
back to the 80s, dude. You had Buick, Oldsmobile. I think there was
Pontiac.
Chrysler back there.
had a
Pontiac,
little-
dude.
Yeah, Pontiac
You had
made a
cars.
car.
Imagine
just-
an Oldsmobile racing in this timeline.
Pontiac.
No, kids these days don't even know what an Oldsmobile even is.
It's an
Yeah,
old
because it
mobile.
shut down in 2008.
My
It was what the old
2004.
people used
They
to
shut down
drive.
in 2004. Pontiac was 2011, so was
Yeah.
Saturn
Parents
and Hummer.
had an Oldsmobile.
Yeah, it was like after the recession.
A diesel. We had a diesel Oldsmobile when I was like 10.
So did my dad.
That thing never ran out of gas. I was like, holy fuck. This thing's amazing. All right, Alex. Thanks for checking in and interrupting the show. It'll make me put you on mute. Your mic sounds better too. It's not ear rape anymore. I'm fine with that. Kyle Wilson, Rob Manfred is making Gary Bettman look like a guy. Hey, I'll tell you this. Bettman, he only canceled a full season once. Manfred might be able to do it twice. He could cancel
That'd be
this
incredible.
year and next year. He could go back to back.
Dude,
And that-
back to back, that's pretty impressive. He'll be like the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Detroit Red Wings, and he'll be like the New York Yankees dynasty, but just in failure.
Let me ask you this though: do you think hockey's better off though since they canceled that season?
2004. Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Because early 2000s hockey was boring as
Yeah, it
hell.
was fucking
Nothing but
terrible.
clutching, grabbing, slow,
side lock.
plodding hockey.
Right.
The Penguins sucked too, but that
Neutral
meant
zone.
nothing. It was just
Yeah.
a bunch of old players just like plodding around. It's like, oh great. It's not as high flying as it was. Now it's just like
The product now is so good. That's why I'm
it's much more fluid.
Oh,
much
yeah.
more fluid.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no more traps. You got all these Swedes and Europeans around there just flying around the fucking ice.
Oh,
It's
flying
fucking
around. I mean,
amazing.
it's not just that. Like
Yeah.
American hockey's really come a long way. Swiss hockey's come a long way. Danes have kind of been there. Russia's still really good.
Right. Even good German players.
Yep, you got some Germans.
Norway.
Little Norway. Matt
Yeah.
Zuccarello.
Yeah, Norway. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Couple
Canada
couple
needs to catch up.
Croatians. Yep. I think Pasternak. Where's he from?
I think he's Czech.
Yeah,
Andrzej
that's what I want to
Slovenian.
say. Czechoslovakia.
Andrzej Slovenian.
Yeah. Pasta's really good, man. Uh-huh.
Czechoslovakia and like that area has really declined in hockey production.
Really?
Because they used to be really good in the 90s.
Oh
And now
yeah,
it's
man.
like they barely produce anything now.
Mm-hmm. Latvia. Oh, there are a lot of Latvians. A lot of Latvian.
Yeah,
athletes.
Latvians are starting to come into play. Like they've really emerged.
Kurt Coble, God help the Sabres. God help
God does
Buffalo.
not care for the Sabres.
Right. God cares
God
not.
Gives
for
zero
your
fucks
woeful-
about Buffalo.
Right. We care not for your woeful hockey team. Die, Sabres, die. All right, you read this Red Rhino 94.
Yep, I got it. It had me scroll down because it
No,
updated everything
it
again.
hasn't.
Yep, I got it. Who got excited seeing the Madden 21 trailer
Nah,
today?
not me.
I would rather watch paint drying on the wall than play that game. But Lamar Jackson, good luck beating that curse.
I used to play
Maybe
Madden.
Antonio Brown will have the 3-year curse,
Yeah.
and Lamar will be spared again.
I used to play a lot of Madden. Thanks, Daniel. He says I look like an old egg. I do kind of look like an old egg. A sexy old egg. Hey now. All right. No, I used to play Madden daily. I used to have a Madden channel. That was what 5 Points Vids was about.
Yeah,
but
we've seen it. It's pretty
It's
cringe.
bad. It's cringe.
What all the cool kids
I'd be
say.
like, yo, what's up? It's 5 Points Vids here with another Madden video, Madden 13. Here I'm running
sounded-
this offense. Like I had no clue what people want to
You
watch.
sounded like every influencer ever.
I did. I'd
Dude,
be
like,
"And
we
so
all have our old
I'm running a
names,
spread
man.
offense.
You know about mine.
Uh-huh. I didn't rage or anything either. I wouldn't be like, fuck. That's how you do a Madden channel. You throw lots of deep passes and you
like,
get really pissed off and then throw shit at the wall.
You're doing like flight reacts. You do
Yeah.
that shit. And then
Flight
you
react.
spend like $35,000 on a Madden team and you still suck because all you do is just like it doesn't mean shit. It's like you do the same shit. It's like, oh, I'm gonna throw deep. It's like, and then you bitch like, what the fuck? I was double covered. How did he not catch that? Fuck you.
What's amazing
Oh.
is you can end up putting in thousands of dollars on an ultimate team.
I mean, well, it probably makes it in YouTube revenue, but still.
I spent 1 year. I was making pretty good money. I spent like $1,200 on my hut. team.
That's why they care about that mode. And that's why everything else gets neglected because that's their moneymaker.
$1,200.
And I am a cynical fucker, but like,
And then I just gave it away to all my viewers. Anyways, official Gersliken. Every time I play Left 4 Dead 2 and get a baseball bat from Melee, I often go, suck it, Chris Davis. Zombies are my Baltimore Orioles. Yeah. Tough times. Hey, the Onion did an article that said, hey, maybe we should cancel the season. The Orioles said that they would maybe cancel the season just to be sure. I
the
think
Orioles would be cool with that. The Tigers would be cool with that. The Pirates would be cool with that.
Yeah.
Hey, I do not give a fuck if baseball does not play, only because of the Pirates. Like, I would like to see, baseball being played, but I don't want to see the goddamn Pirates. If I can't go to the stadium and enjoy PNC Park, what's the point?
Yeah, that's pretty sad times right there. Mm-hmm.
Josh Bell, underachieved before he's traded and becomes a Triple Crown candidate. That's exactly
you
what I
can
want.
go enjoy Chris Archer.
Oh, no, he's injured now. He got surgery. He's out for the year.
Oh God.
Yeah, he's done. I think he's done as a Pirate.
So
I
Atlanta
hated that trade
Olympians.
from the beginning, so don't look at me.
Atlanta Olympians. NASCAR is in a great position. Athletes are promoting it right now, and it's the only sport on. Yes, NASCAR is cashing in what baseball should fucking be doing.
Exactly. I figured baseball would have been the one to come back. Like NASCAR's at least a little easier to socially distance because you have pit crews. I mean, you could probably do it easy, like with the SIGIN. So that actually works out.
Baseball should be front and fucking center right now.
Dude, Korea has baseball going on.
Right.
That was hot for like a minute.
Yeah, they don't have the NBA playoffs to compete with. They don't have the NHL to compete with. Baseball should be going on right now. What's going on? Black Flags Matter. Baseball should be first in line right now, but no.
No,
And we've got NASCAR, which is fine, but NASCAR is cashing in for sure.
Soon the PGA Tour might cash in. I think they're coming back soon.
Yeah. They're playing like minor shit. The brain specialist, the NPB, that's the Nippon Professional Baseball, just announced a 110-game return plan, axing the playoffs and jumping straight to the Japan series.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we'll be able to watch here. Hopefully they're not at 2 a.m. like the Korean League, but they kind of in the same area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully ESPN doesn't try to gyp them and make them broadcast the games for free.
Yeah, this is funny here from Beast to Metal. Ari Bubba Wallace. It was certainly ironic to see his car covered in BLM logos a few years after his owner publicly declared he would fire any employee who took a knee at the track. But George Floyd got a knee on his neck, and now we all kind of understood what.
We all have to pretend like everything's okay, and it's like it's more nuanced than that, but
yeah,
it was bullshit.
I will say this: Bubba Wallace, a very handsome man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very jealous of Bubba Wallace and his.
Everyone's jealous of Bubba Wallace. Come on, man.
He's a race car driver. He's handsome, and he's the face of NASCAR now.
One of the faces, easily.
Yep. Kyle Wilson. Who is worse, Brian France or Rob Manfred? That's like that's
like saying, well, who was worse dictator, Benito Mussolini or Idi Amin?
Amin was worse because he just killed indiscriminately. I think Mussolini was Mussolini was a fucktard too.
Yeah, Mussolini was just a man with delusions of grandeur.
I think France is pretty bad though, because he's sensitive, nilly. Like I don't think Rob Manfred cares what other people think about him. He's just
Yeah, he tried flagging the Brian France account, the drunk Brian France account.
He sued that guy, and then it got deleted or whatever. He had to, I don't think the guy lost any money per se, but
but still, what a bitch.
True, what a sensitive little bitch.
Mm-hmm. Dude, do you know how many parody accounts there are of Gary Bettman and Roger Goodell, Adam Silver?
Oh my gosh,
Donald Trump is I think at least 5,000. Parody accounts.
Yeah. Though my all-time favorite parody account of Donald Trump's tweet was the one that said thick Latinas will not be deported.
Now that's something we can all get behind.
Yes. About 2.3 inches behind. Hey-o! By the way, everyone sub to Black Flags Matter. That's his YouTube channel. Mm-hmm. It's not a political statement. He happens to be African American and he loves NASCAR, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was on here 2 weeks ago. Awesome.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah, he
awesome
was.
Dude.
He's been around for a long time, actually.
I wonder.
I recognize his name from 2017. I mean, under a different name, but
yes. Trevor Teormina, at least Bottrell, got Henry Jokahari in exchange for Alex Nylander. In all seriousness, Buffalo needs to figure out what they want to do.
Buffalo's problem is they're doing everything and nothing at the same time. They're just like, oh, we're just going to throw some shit on the wall, hope something sticks. Maybe we'll go with a different objective. Yoka Haru seems like he's kind of stalled out. Nylander's turned into an NHL regular in Chicago. So, I don't know. Nylander might still have a future.
I saw on Twitter William Nylander as a chick, and I kind of got a little chub. Little.
I think you might be gay.
It's not gay if football's on somewhere.
Well, it's like the age-old question: are traps gay?
Like a 1-3-1.
I don't know. Could be that trap. It could be a different trap.
I don't know.
Could be a neutral zone
I
trap.
don't know, I was saying,
Could be
Willie
a 1-2-2.
Nylander as a chick was kind of hot. Does he have a sister? Nick Shannon, the 94-95 strike is what started baseball's decline, and with the Astros, Bo Sox, and now Yankees cheating scandals and the current lockout, this might be the final nail in the coffin. Baseball will always be played. It might be played by me and you when there's an open tryout for these line busters.
Dude, could you imagine me on a baseball field? It would be fucking horrible.
You know what you're?
I'd be like Jesus Montero. I'd just be eating ice cream sandwiches in the dugout.
You could be that guy though. You could be Bartolo Colon without any actual ability. Just be the big fat guy that's just like, hey, I'm big sexy, and then that's it. You would just
pretty much just like
pitch.
Maybe I'll hit a home run like by accident, and I'll have to run the bases and then collapse from exhaustion by rounding third.
I don't think you'd get around. I don't think you'd get to third. I think.
Oh, come on! At least give me a chance.
I've seen you run the 40. That was rough, dude.
Yeah, I meant jogging the bases, dude.
How many weeks after that did your legs hurt, though, when they made us run fucking sprint? Oh, my gosh. My legs
Not really.
and back.
I mean, it didn't hurt that bad for me.
Really?
Like, as I said, like, I mean, I was a little sore for like a day, but otherwise I was okay. Like I said, I do a lot of incline treadmill, so it didn't like really like make my muscles sore. I'm just like slow as fuck.
The trip was still the greatest.
Oh yeah, I mean, we should have gone to Martinsville last month.
Yep.
We'll be going on a cruise in a couple weeks.
Yeah, cruises are done. Cruises are done. Ice cream trucks are done. Massages are done.
I think food trucks are probably done.
No, there's food trucks are coming back. Those are.
I don't know. I mean, that's pretty hip. Movie theaters.
Any type of contact with people. Lap dances. I guess you could wear the mask during the lap dance, right?
Well, maybe it'd be like a VR headset. Then you have to get some like random anime chick to lap dance on you. It's like, well, are you a dude or are you a chick? I can't tell.
My management company, they sent me some masks today. I got this camouflage one. Read the next one while I bust this out.
Very nice. Very nice.
Show you how to put on a mask.
I need some new masks. Well, I have a nice one, but I need like, the other, like the chintzy masks that feel like they protect nothing.
Yeah, that's what this one is. This one's like a little like, not even a condom mask. Look at this. Now I am a jihadist. Oh, we are demonetized.
Yeah, now we're demonetized because you don't have
Uh-oh. We're fucked.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
But
I'm
let's
just
keep
practicing.
going. Metal. This is a two-parter, so I'm not skipping anybody here. I'm just doing like the two parts.
Okay.
There is a cynical explanation for Richard Petty's reversal. Money. RPM's biggest sponsor is one of 5 African-American billionaires, and part of the deal includes donations to, God damn it, stop moving on me, you fucking YouTube piece of shit. Let's go, the Victory Junction Gang Camp, the Petty's Family Big Passion Project / Living Shrine to the late Adam Petty. Also, Bubba's in a contract year. Oh, Bubba's getting paid.
Bubba's getting paid. He will have a ride next year.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter. I mean, he'll be somewhere.
I just want to show everyone out there one thing. The mask goes over your nose, okay? If you're wearing it like this, completely.
Oh, yeah, if you wear it under the nose, I hate that because it's like you should just be not wearing a mask at all.
The corona
so many
comes
people wear it wrong.
Right. The Rona comes in through your orifices. Like you could put it in
comes through your eyes.
Right. Yeah. The safest thing is with this and then over your eyes. Like, don't be stupid. Like, only terrorists are safe from COVID. Like, we are safe. Trust me. All right. And
I need to wear just a whole flat out burqa.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a thin veil with like very small eyelets.
That's what they
have it right.
Telling you.
Maybe
they've got it figured out. You don't hear about no pandemic in those countries.
Or they just kill people for it. I can't tell.
Yeah.
But let's keep going here for Nick Shannon for 5. In addition, my Indians got cheated in both 17 and 18. Unless we cheated as well. Honestly, likely, especially given the 22-game win streak in 17. No, you just choked.
Yeah, there was a bunch of, you know what, when I did my most cheatingest video, there was a lot of allegations. Like the White Sox were allegedly using like their LED lighting system, or the Rangers or something. Like a lot of teams were throwing shit at each other. I just think that those
I think
teams,
like everyone was cheating.
they
Probably.
figured
It's just-
out how to use technology to cheat. Like they were advanced, they were next level cheating, which doesn't make it any better. It's just like, come on. The Indians fucked up too against the Cubs. Come on, they were up 3-1. All they had to do was ruin the Cubs for another century.
It would have been beautiful, and now they get to be the Chicago Bears of the modern time because they failed to realize they have potential.
They took the ultimate.
It's
They
funny,
manned
though.
up.
It's so hilarious.
Yeah, they manned up and took the title from the Cubs as the biggest drought choking ass fucking team in the world, and that's what happened.
The Dodgers also choked. Don't forget that.
Yep.
And now they might not even get to see Mookie Betts in a Dodgers uniform unless it's on MLB The Show.
Poor Mookie. All right.
He'll get paid.
What do we got?
Let's go for IKA Kate Rainbow, the person who did the $50 one earlier. Thanks for all of the great content. Keep up the good work. Hopefully we get football this year. I agree, man. We need something.
It's just not, I don't know about college football, right?
I'm running out of, I'm waiting for like the Maple Leafs vid. Like, as I said, I'm waiting on like how this season goes, like if it even continues. Speaking of which, I do have a video coming out. I'm just waiting for approval from for the ad that's going along with it. So that's
I
why
thought you were taking an unauthorized vacation.
Well, it's an unauthorized vacation. I think I've been doing that all fucking month. My output's gone to shit. I can't focus on anything.
I can't go anywhere. I don't know. There's some days where I just feel really bored.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I mean, it's just like, it's hard to like focus on shit. I mean, like, oh, there's no sports. What do I get to focus on? It's like a fucking politics.
No.
Yeah, I can ramble about that for fucking ages. That's
I'll
great.
tell you how much I'm really realizing how much sports are an opiate.
Oh, sports are hardcore. That's what they did in Rome. Bread and circuses.
Yeah.
Sports were our circus.
That's why shit's popping off, because instead of being able to watch, like the Mets blow a 5-run lead in the ninth, you have to watch all the footage of
just burning shit now. It's like, oh, we can't bitch about LeBron.
Right.
Fuck it.
I have to understand that, like, the only news in the news cycle is that Chaz changed their name to Chop. And
Black Lives Matter is apparently now a political party and getting a ton of donations. I have no idea.
Wow.
That and everyone's getting canceled. So that's really all there is to it.
And white celebrities are responsible for all the racism, by the way.
Oh, they probably are, because they sit in their ivory towers bitching about like how everything's wrong.
Yeah, that's the one time that they're right and they're getting panned for it. Ace Shader for Canadian 5. Technically, COVID cases spiked days after the protest started, and since the virus had a 2-week incubation period, it's the reopening. Look, you can figure.
I think it's like 3 to 14. I've heard both, and it's a little. I mean, it's probably both.
You can interpret everything as however you want in these days. The world is your oyster to deny or accept. I don't really care. Yeah.
As I said,
we're living in a world where people want to abolish the police.
Oh yeah, dude, abolish the police. As we said
next
last
time a
week,
drunk driver
all you're going to get are private gangs, mercenaries, and security forces.
Yeah, I just think the next time a drunk driver just slams into a family of 4, like, we should just let him go. We don't need police.
Oh yeah, like look at that thing in Atlanta. I mean, they were cordial with him for 25 minutes.
Yeah, dude, don't bring it up.
Dude was drunk and passed out at a fucking Wendy's.
Yeah, what? Don't.
I'm not gonna bring.
No, can't talk about it.
Yeah.
M Dome 87. 2 NFL teams have been tested with COVID. I think it means tested positive. The Cowboys and the Texans. What's up with? Oh, it's Texas. Dick slapping continues in the NBA. MLB, NBA is having social injustice meetings with mayors. Yeah, well, the NBA, they like to be active.
It's been very socially conscious.
They've been very socially active.
So we said this when George Floyd, like with the protests were popping off a couple weeks ago. Even if they were playing sports, the NBA would have done something. The players would have either like canceled their games or have done something in gesture.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I had a friend just get back from Florida, and apparently they don't give a fuck about COVID. It's just fucking.
It's just everyone's tired. Because it's just like the virus doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I mean, people are just tired of like all the regulations and like Aubrey Huff's going off about I'm not going to wear a mask anymore. It's like, okay, I mean, it's annoying, but I get it.
I
get
know,
why you
like,
wear
what? Everything is just crazy. People, I saw in the Onion they said America enters in stage 4 of pretending the coronavirus doesn't exist. That's where we
it was
are
first
now.
it was the flu, then it was we're all gonna fucking die, then we're back to the flu, and then there's gonna be another pop, and then everyone's gonna be like, we're all gonna fucking die, and everything gets canceled again.
We are canceled.
I said the biggest wave is probably the economic wave.
Yeah,
you're seeing a
well,
lot of
you're
businesses
damned if you do, you're
shutting
damned if you don't. We're so fucked.
Exactly.
We're so fucked. Where are we? Okay. Ace Conchater again. Oh, I like this story. This is really funny. Also a shame Ray Ciccarelli decided to retire from NASCAR with his 0 wins. That's the funny thing about NASCAR is there if you just have enough money, you can enter in a car, right? Like you don't have to be good.
Ray Ciccarelli, I didn't even know who that was.
Yeah.
It's like he's bitching about the Confederate flag. It's like, dude, it's just a Southern pride symbol. Who gives a fuck?
I might issue a statement about the Confederacy.
I've never understood that because I'd see Confederate flags up in Pennsylvania. It's like we're fucking Union state. Like, I mean, I understand why people want to do it because, you know, Southern pride. But it's like, I've never been crazy about it.
The problem is, no, I don't want to get into this because I haven't really thought about what I need to say. But I just can't. I live in the capital of the Confederacy. And it's just I've always found it weird that there were monuments to the losers of the war, but I also you kind of have to understand history. And
I mean, I'm
the
against
North
taking
couldn't just come down and
monuments
occupy the South, right? They basically lost the war and were like, all right, well, we're gonna stop fighting, but we're gonna try to continue being Confederates, which
That's still your history, though, man. I mean,
it's history, but it's just like, all right.
Well, it's to understand the dark parts of history too. I mean, you can't just
You don't have to
ignore
build a
like,
statue of it.
this part was bad. It's like
You don't need to build a
things
statue.
were bad in the South,
Read a
and they were
book.
wrong,
You read a
and
book.
things were different back then.
Oh.
But those
I don't-
statues are to remember us that, like, okay, we need to make sure this doesn't happen again.
I don't see any Hitler statues. Now, I will say this. They didn't go out and level all these concentration camps in Germany.
Yes, exactly. That's why, like, it's the same thing like that. It's like, it's to remind you that this should not happen again.
Yeah.
That's
Sure.
how I feel about it.
Well,
I don't agree with how the Confederacy was. I don't agree with, like, their slogans or the statements. I find it all bullshit. But the statues are there for a reason, and that's for historical reference.
the other thing that bothers me is like, what else does the mob get to decide?
Oh, dude, as I said, when does it stop?
Yeah.
It won't.
George Washington owned slaves. Thomas Jefferson impregnated
People
a
are
slave.
coming for
Ben
Jefferson
Franklin was
too.
a heinous womanizer.
Yeah.
FDR was a massive piece of shit.
Yep.
Like, if
Winston
he
Churchill.
denied a boat full of Jews from docking in America.
Yep.
By the way, I already gave you the.
What was that?
Like,
That was.
Oh, you gave it to me? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the DMs.
Okay, thanks.
next we'll probably find something about Alexander Hamilton being
Read
just a
some
racist.
snappers. Yeah,
I don't know.
Alexander Hamilton, probably the nicest dude ever, except for Aaron Burr
died.
shot him in the face.
Yeah.
Read the next snapper.
Yep. Alex Moreno for 2. Next game, Dodgers versus Pirates or Giants versus Dodgers?
Is that? Oh,
Probably
I don't
the game. I'd probably say Giants Dodgers or Dodgers Angels.
Dodgers Angels.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers
Get to see
Angels.
Michael Tratt. Kirk Hardeman for $5 Canadian. MLS is a member of FIFA.
Oh. I did not know that. So that's why they named their teams the like Chivas Regal or whatever, Chivas United or Chavez. They got all the European names for the teams. Anyways.
FC LAFC.
Yes.
That's why they call it football.
Football. FC Big Turd. Mm-hmm.
Here's a
All right,
good
we got
one.
another
The
game in the
Texans Cowboys,
background. Here we go.
56. So thoughts on the whole Yankees thing? it's hilarious because Yankees fans were straight up dunking on Astros fans
Oh
and
my
their team.
God. And complain, oh, we lost. You guys
John Boy was
stole from
fucking
us."
flipping shit, and now
Mhm.
he's doing damage control.
Yep, John
I
Boy's.
didn't think he'd ever be ratioed, but Jesus
He
Christ.
did get ratioed.
He got dunked on.
He did. He did.
I mean, that's the thing you take. Like, you taste shit, you got to take it.
They were using Apple Watches just like they were, man. It's.
Oh, yeah,
It's,
You just cheated and lost.
no. Oh, so who's this behind here? This is Phillies and Giants. Okay, so who's on the Phillies?
Probably, I guess, Dodge.
Oh, this is Dodge's squad. Okay, and then who's the Giants? Is that
Was
he?
that Hiei?
Yeah.
It's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. Okay. Or yeah. Dylan Philpott, here's my tax deductible donation to a nonprofit. Thank you.
Yes, you're donating right to our liquor fund
Yes.
of twisted tea and peppermint schnapps. We'll
Yes.
go peppermint schnapps because it's fancier and really drives off the stench of the IRS.
I've been drinking homemade mules.
I've been
Moscow
doing a little
Mule.
beer more so like, but it's just like pandemics really brought out
It's
like
really easy to
lot of
make a Moscow
alcoholics in
Mule.
all of us.
Yeah, you just gotta find ginger beer. I like ginger beer better than ginger ale.
I don't mind ginger ale or ginger beer. Like I'm not really a mule guy. A little too zesty for me.
Ginger
I
beer
still love them though.
is really fragile beer. It's very ginger. Beast of Metal 1989. I keep forgetting to mention that Johnson & Johnson was finally forced to pull all their talc products off the shelves last month in the wake of $55 billion in settlements from the ovarian cancer. Yeah, talc, not good. That's another thing that we just found out is that baby powder is bad. Yeah, Johnson & Johnson. They're canceled. David Benjamin.
Why do you trust somebody with the name Johnson with a woman's parts?
Hey, they own the Jets. I'm not surprised.
Yes, they're a butt fumble, and they must have butt fumbled that talcum powder.
They butt fumbled people's ovaries. Is what they did. David Benjamin. Not much has changed in sports. MLB still holding their dicks. A bug flew directly in my eye yesterday. Damn.
Oh, that's annoying.
Press
man.
F in the chat for that.
That's a
That
def
shit
F.
hurt. It's all good now. All right.
Definitely, dude. I'm glad you're okay, but yeah, that stuff stings for a while.
Yeah. You read Jared Froman.
Yep, Jared Froman for 5. I missed a lot of the last 10 minutes due to lousy internet. Sad face.
Sad face. Womp womp.
Yeah, that's what internet does, man. It sucks ass.
It does.
Another Beast of Metal for 5. Who knows? Maybe the combined losses will be enough to force the Johnsons to divest the Jets from their corporate portfolio as well. That might be a good thing for the Jets.
Yeah. How do I get this thing to go away? This player. Oh,
So
there we go.
here's
Put
the
it
offer,
behind
Jets
me.
fans. You're able to sell
there
your
we go.
team, but you have to sell it to Donald Trump. Would you
He's-
You remember his time with the New Jersey Generals? He built a great team, but he stepped way too far out of line.
He fucking cost that whole league their existence.
I don't know how sustainable it was, but he made a tactical miscalculation.
He did.
He wanted to be an NFL owner so badly. He could have been the owner of the Buffalo Bills.
He could have bought any one of those shitty teams.
Oh, yeah. I remember he was linked to the Bills for a long time.
Yep. I'm gonna build the greatest.
I could be
team.
mocking him as a terrible owner.
I know, right? Imagine what if the world changed and Donald Trump was just a shitty NFL owner instead of the president.
Dude, it would be brilliant. I mean,
I'm the greatest
I mean,
owner
he'd still be
there's ever
shit
been.
posting on the internet
I
and
know
be
it.
like, oh, fuck you, you're terrible.
Josh Allen's not ready. I know it. You know it. We all know it.
Like-
Nobody knows
Like
more about
Tyrod
Josh Allen
Taylor's
than me.
a bum. Nobody should kneel for the flag. Hashtag kneel on the bench, Tyrod. Hashtag drain the swamp.
We need to get rid of these corrupt owners. So when does he become Mayor Quimby?
Rex Ryan couldn't find his little pee-pee even if he tried, if it was on the football field. Damn guy keeps munching on all my snacks instead of building a winner.
That
Drain
Rex
the
Ryan,
swamp.
he's always putting his foot in his mouth. All right.
I think he likes a little more than feet, if you get my draft.
Where are we here? Where are we?
We're on Craig Kramer.
All right. Then read it. Read it.
So if Johnson and Johnson are bad, then that means they have to sell the Jets. Also, Manfred is the devil because he makes Roger look like Mr. Rogers.
Yep. When you make Roger Goodell and Gary Bettman look good, and somehow Adam Silver is like the gold standard for commissioners.
Exactly.
Now.
I mean, there's no leadership anywhere nowadays.
Silver
not in our politics, not in our cities, not in sports.
We need to just elect Adam Silver. He'll have this shit fucking done, man.
Adam Silver will at least bring people to the goddamn table.
Yep.
He knows where the bread comes from.
Yeah, he has the respect of the players. Adam Silver does. They're like, oh shit, Silver Man. We don't want to fuck with him.
Sean Pinkerton for 569. So sick of COVID. Why can't it be an asteroid? That way I can get drunk, drop my pants, stick my butt in the air, and tell the asteroid land here. Don't worry, the nuclear winter will take care of that.
You know what's funny about those movies is those disaster movies is someone always gets like the direct hit from whatever thing is trying to kill us. Like in Independence Day, those people on top of the building, they get the laser shot directly into their face.
Yes.
And I'm like, man.
And then you get like one of the side characters like looking in awe, like, or the couple hugging each other, and then a scene to like the giant wave of destruction that's coming towards them.
Yeah, but why does somebody just have to get the full effect? Like, I mean, it's just they have to show like, all right, let's show how it really would be if you just got hit by the entire 2-ton asteroid.
Like it lands right on you. It's like, oh shit.
Talk about your bad days. Craig Kramer, Goodell would support puppy murder if it made money. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
would.
They kind of just glossed over that that Michael Vick, killed some puppies, and he was back after he did prison.
Because he brought asses in the seat. He was good at throwing the ball.
He beat up dogs. Slava Voinov beat up a human, and he can't come back to the league. Saga Anderson.
Salvatore.
Yeah.
This is a nice one. Saga Anderson Polvald Hardy. You will thank me later. She reminds me of Anna Kournikova.
I have to look that up now and unzip Sega and... Oh, wow. Okay. Sega. Yo. All right.
Look. Ooh. I can only tell from the upper bodies. Looks like she looks... Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like that Australian sprinter, Michelle Jenicky or whatever. She's pretty hot. All the pole vault chicks are pretty hot. Oh, this girl thick with many C's. Oh, you're thick. Proper. You're very thick.
All I can hope is she's 18.
Finrand.
Please.
All right. She's from Finrand.
Well, this is from 2018, so I'm guessing she's 18.
Yeah, Bailey Leisure. Apparently the Yankees are cheaters now too. We knew that. MLS Junio Rudy. That's June Rudy. MLS is an underrated league when it comes to the soccer world. I'll give him that. That's why the Yankees own part of NYCFC. Baseball is dying and soccer will replace it. Yeah, that's funny. The Yankee Stadium could see soccer before baseball. Matt Drizzik. Who's worse, Nutting or Wilpon? Debate. I'm a Met fan. Wilpon's pretty bad, but Nutting's bad.
Nutting's pretty fucking cheap. He's a cheap ass. He just doesn't care. The Wilpons at least care, but they just meddle too much.
Yeah. The Wilpons want the Mets to win. Nutting, I don't even think Nutting likes baseball.
He just wants to make money. That's his moneymaker.
Kurt Coble, remember when FPV said 2020 was going to be good? Yeah, I was all excited. I was like, we're going to go to Martinsville. We just got back from fucking spring training. We're going to go to Martinsville. We might go. I'm going to Louisiana, and we might go see an NFL game. We might go to Vegas. Right. We go see.
We're going to do stuff. I was going to make videos, and like everything's stalled out, and nobody's doing anything.
All right, Hiei, why don't you read your super chat? Can you read it? Are you there?
Just a minute there, fellas.
Oh, dear.
Now we go live to our Cubs correspondent, who will tell us how the Cubs are doing this offseason.
It's actually Kyle Schwarber with the hat on over his face. Just He
Could
fell
be.
asleep. He ate too much cotton candy, and Kyle Schwarber's just sleeping. Mm-hmm.
He just passed the fuck out, man.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you, Cubs reporter. We appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thanks for checking it. Are you back now in California?
Oh yeah, I've been back for a couple of weeks now.
Yeah, you got to see the world, right?
Well, I got to see 2/3 of the country. That's
Did you
pretty
see the
close.
world's largest ball of twine?
I've seen it before, but not on this trip.
Where is it?
It's in a town called Darwin, Minnesota.
And now it's on fire. It's been burnt.
Survival of the fittest.
That's right. It's been
Darwin,
used now to.
This twine ball has been surviving by eating other twine balls to sustain.
Exactly.
No, that's right. It's a
Like it believes
cannibalistic
in
twine ball.
genetic superiority and inbreeding, and thus
Mhm.
creates a spawn of just mentally inferior twine balls.
Does it have any kids?
Look, and
Yeah.
it becomes the Habsburg line by the end of it. It's bad.
Well, the Melville, Saskatchewan twine ball is coming down to eat it, but they're trying to feed the Darwin one to eat that one. So
Mhm. Yeah, you can't let the Canadians win then the twine
No.
ball.
no,
Can't
can't
win-
let the Saskatoon win.
You can't
No.
lose the twine ball dick measuring
We already
contest.
prevented them from getting the St. Louis Blues. We can prevent them from getting your twine ball.
What a waste of twine, too. That twine could be doing something. Mm-hmm. Kyle Wilson,
Mhm.
did y'all see they took away Elmer Fudd's gun? Oh my gosh, they disarmed Elmer Fudd.
What?
What's
Yeah, but they
worse-
gave him a twine ball.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
completely fine.
They gave him a scythe as a replacement. Oh, that's great. And turn him into a Stalinist.
Sky. Oh no, they're gonna turn him into the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, be very.
No, they've
very
given him a stick of
quiet.
dynamite. He'll be
I'm
fine.
weeping wabbits. Well,
No,
how are
that's
you supposed to hunt rabbits? Bow and arrow?
Hunt rabbits with a scythe.
I guess you could respect him more if he had a bow and arrow, right? I don't think Looney Tunes has any ground to fucking say shit when the crows that they made were the most racist fucking things
Oh,
ever.
dude, look at any of their shit from World War II.
Mm-hmm.
That's some of the most racist
Oh,
shit
they had
ever.
some
I think the
blackface.
Crow-
Oh yeah,
Right.
the
That was Disney.
happy to be about.
Because I remember watching Dumbo, like when I was like, a couple years ago. I'm like, this is just some of the most racist shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, they make fun of Asian people. They make fun of black people.
Oh yeah, dude. Like some of their caricatures about like the Japanese and the Germans.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ, it's horrible.
Yeah, that's systemic racism. That's like
That's
in your
that-
face
that's hardcore
racism.
Systemic racism. Like,
Mhm.
I don't believe there's systemic racism now, but in the 40s and 50s, oh yeah, there was systemic racism.
No, there's systemic racism now. It's just hidden, right? Like there's racism. Like people hiring managers, they see someone, they see a name on there, and they're just like, no, I'm putting this over in the other pile. That's like those are the subtle things. Like racism is more subtle now. It can't be in the open. But I was thinking about that. I was like, all right, am I tripping? Is there no systemic, like, do I not believe, am I fooling myself? And then I started thinking about the incidents of like, maybe it's just the definition of systemic that we're all conflating. But to me, there is still, I mean, it's still there, man. You go to
There's
another
always
country.
racism.
Oh my God. You know what's funny to me is every time I go to another city and I get a cab driver and they come from another country or something, I'm like, so where are you from? We start talking, and then I'm just like, well, it's you made it here. You're in America, and then like no less than 2 minutes later, they drop something super racist. I'm like, oh shit, I guess you brought your racism to America. Because in other countries, people just accept that motherfuckers are racist. Here we don't accept.
It's absolutely true if you go to Chinatown in San Francisco.
Mm-hmm. I've been told by cab drivers like, oh, you tip well, and then they'll just they'll throw some other race under the bus, and you'd be like, damn,
Oh, yeah.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, everybody's racist. dude.
And then you're just like, we don't do that here in America. But then you're like, please just let me get out of this cab. I'll just get out of this fucking cab.
I mean, have you heard of what's going on in New York City right now?
What's going on?
That they're trying. Mayor is trying. Well, shut the gate. Jewish park.
Oh yeah. The
synagogues,
Jews are
yeah.
like, nah, no.
And certain celebrities are, I guess, following this one.
Yeah, you're cutting in and out. I did see that the Hasidic, that the Orthodox Jews cut the lock off that park. Now, I'll tell you this: the Orthodox Jews, they don't give a fuck about the COVID. Like they are not social distancing at all.
I think like one of them did like a George Floyd fundraiser in disguise as a bar mitzvah.
What?
It's like, you can't do it. It's a protest, and it's just like, well, then why are there dreidels and yarmulkes and challah bread?
They're reading the alphabet, right?
Yes, why is this? It's honoring George Floyd.
Yeah, he reads the Hebrew alphabet, and then he's like, BLM. Mm-hmm.
Yes, that screams in the name of George Floyd, you will not die in vain. Fuck the police.
Mazel tov. All right. Marquez Riley. They reopened Six Flags over Georgia, season pass members only. Okay, well, if you stay 2 cars back on the roller coasters. Georgia don't give a fuck either. Virtuoso, I gotta watch Brockmire with Hank Azaria. I've watched some episodes of it. It's pretty funny. Hank Azaria is funny. Because he'll just go into these rants as the character Brockmire, and he's just like one episode just starts with him just jacking off for the first 5 minutes. It's like, I've emptied I've been emptying the clip every night, and it's just him just whacking off. Sad Frisbee.
Hey, you can't go to bed with a loaded gun.
You cannot. That's right. Sad Frisbee. Take away all the NASCAR cars and make them race 500 miles at Talladega in Geometry. That would be the most painful.
That'd be the painful race.
Oh my gosh.
The only way we could be is if you could just start beating the shit out of each other in the cars. Poke each other with pool prods or cattle prods or something.
Like Road Rash on Sega Genesis?
Yes, that's the only way.
Remember Road Rash? You could kick the other motorcyclists with your
into cars, and then you could beat them with chains.
Right. Oh yeah. You could buy a chain to go bam and hit somebody and knock them off their bike. That was fun.
What you had to do was take someone else's chain and then beat them out of their car with it.
Yes. They should just actually there'd probably be more passing if they raced Geometros. Alex Moreno, 1K SC. Fives gets a JD and the straight shot tattoo.
Oh God.
Let me see. Let me look that up. JD.
No, that's James Dolan's band.
Oh my gosh. I cannot do that for $1,000. My dignity is worth more than $1,000. Come on.
You'll do it for 5,000.
5,000. For 5,000, I'd probably get a Cowboys tattoo. 5,000, because everyone would be like, "Why do you have a Cowboys tattoo?" I'd be like, $5,000. Shit.
You heard him.
5,000. That's a lot of fucking money. $5,000. That's 10 $500 super chats in a row.
An extra $10,000.
Maybe Mr. Beast comes in, hears us.
Maybe Mr. Beast
donates 5,000. It's like, get the Cowboys tattoo, motherfucker. I mean, most of the money's going to YouTube, but whatever. Get the Cowboys tattoo.
And an extra 5,000 for where on the body has to be on there.
Have to be on my ass.
Of course, it's gonna be.
No, it's gonna be on the lower back. It's gotta be a tramp.
It's gotta be a Cowboys tramp stamp for $10,000. No, I can't do that because I'd have to take
property of Jerry Jones.
Kevin Von Michael Magnum, never heard of the guy. Says for 20. So you want another game tonight or next week? It's in the background. And Marquez Riley, Atlanta has too many street racing at night. Yeah, and well now they could combine that with running over protesters, right?
Either that or going to the CNN building and looting it. Which, I mean, are you really losing anything with that?
Jared Froman, who's a worse owner, Melnick or Snyder?
I'd say Melnick because at least Snyder
cares about his team. Snyder's just he can't get out of his own way. Melnick's just a fucking heartless bastard.
He's a piece of shit, but Melnick's a piece of shit who just runs over people and cares only about himself.
Danny states, this is what happens when you give the CEO and owner's clothing control of baseball. The only thing he has owned was the biogenesis investigation. Yeah, I know. He did suspend Ryan Braun, and he did nail Alex Rodriguez, but that's easy. That's shooting fish in a barrel. Everyone hates fucking Alex Rodriguez.
Dude, even Yankees fans hate A-Rod.
You read these next ones.
Yep. Corey Purdue for 2. 3 months sober, boys. Good things coming for us all, man. Congratulations, brother. I need to get back on the clean path myself.
Yeah, I don't know if I could quit
Unfortunately,
alcohol for 3 months.
I was able to do it for without a month, but like, I said,
Amazed
it's like,
That's
I'm
a risk
amazed
for
that-
you.
I'm amazed that anyone do us this.
it depends. I mean, sometimes you find peace in something else.
Jacking off.
I mean, it's not just that. It's like alcohol, porn, and mental health issues.
Yeah.
They've skyrocketed in this
Oh
age.
God, it's terrible. It's
Yeah.
terrible. We're all
I
gonna
mean,
die.
people have lost their lives. People have lost their jobs.
Yep.
Businesses may have burned down. Their jobs may have been lost in those
Suffering.
lootings.
Mhm.
It must. I mean, you're dealing with a world that's going to shit.
It's okay. They just have insurance, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
easy,
right.
you
And
know?
you know how insurance works.
Yeah.
Yeah, looting and riot insurance is ridiculously expensive,
Yeah,
and I think the
yeah.
only people that have it are, I don't know, like
Only
the-
Target, only the big stores have it,
Yeah.
and still, even so, it's still
That's
costs.
ridiculously expensive. My dad was in insurance, and he'd tell you the same shit. I mean, he was more term life, but still, tell you the same thing.
It's all about risk. Talc vein, Beast of Metal 1989. Talc veins are interweaved with asbestos veins. Hence, mining one inevitably brings up some amount of the other. J&J knew it and cover it up for decades. Yeah. Oh, what? A large corporation was poisoning their employees and
What, asbestos
Oh my
in
God.
2020? Wow,
mesothelioma.
amazing.
Jared Russell. Big fan of Jared Russell myself. Actually, I'm glad Bettman is our commissioner. I don't know how am I supposed to feel about this. I'm scared. How am I supposed to live without baseball?
Rehabilitated his image over the past 5
He
years.
has. He gets booed every time, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great tradition, though.
He did
You will
lose
never
an
get rid of
entire
Gary.
season.
Like, you know how weird this is? Gary Bettman might be the second best commissioner in sports.
I know.
How
It's
the fuck
silver
did
number
that
one. No, I would say silver number one, Goodell number two. He's prevented.
I'd put Goodell number 3.
We haven't lost
Because
any
how
regular
he's
season
damaging the
games.
game.
So, how long's Goodell been the commish? 12 years now? 20?
Something like
no,
that,
20,
yeah.
20 years, I think.
Dude, he treats the players like shit.
does.
Money's taken over. He's buried several big cities
Yeah,
and
Joe-
fan bases.
He's
in the
also
Bronx.
buried stories like Jovan Belcher.
Yep, he's he buried concussions. They buried that for a long
He
time.
got Ray Rice to go away.
The slap on the wrist there, the inconsistent discipline.
Mm-hmm.
So as I said, he's not a good commissioner. If you're looking at it from a non-profit perspective, the only thing he does really well is make profit.
I like
My
this
God,
one.
he's been doing that.
Yeah.
Now we get 5 more years of fucking Madden, and Madden
right. With no competition.
It's
Yep.
what, like Madden 99. Madden 2004 sucked. I'm sorry. NFL 2K5 was the way to go.
Madden 2004 with Michael Vick on the cover, maybe the best Madden I've ever played.
I mean, it was a good like.
Or was that
owner-
2005?
But NFL 2K5 was the best football
Yeah,
game.
2K5 and 2K8 were amazing. They actually look like
Then
real
they got
football.
it, and the NFL decided, oh, we're gonna make it exclusive. It's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, like 2K would probably be in the same boat as Madden
Oh
is
my
now if
God.
they got the exclusive deal. Because look at NBA 2K.
Oh God, it's a shit show. It's a microtransaction fucking
It's all
orgy.
microtransaction shit shows, man.
Yeah. Well, when some people spend
It's a
35K,
single player
right.
experience. It's like, nope, you got to do the online fantasy teams. Like, I wouldn't mind it, but I'm not going to spend a shitload of money for it.
No.
Oh, I'll play a bunch of games and maybe get a card, and then I'll play a hockey game. It's like, oh, wow, I got Connor Sherry, and oh boy, I get Zach Ronaldo. Woohoo, I get some random dude from the OHL.
That's true.
Yay.
Taylor Man 2274. Do you know any useless facts? Asking both here. Yes, I do actually. If you fold a dollar bill or a $20 bill 3 times, it cannot be torn. More than 3 times. Don't do
I thought
that.
you
That's
can't fold
fucking-
anything more than 3 times.
Don't do that. No, it's 8. 8 times. You can't fold a piece of paper more than 8 times.
That's another useless fact.
I guess a useless fact that I know is that boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
Actually, you can't say that. That's sexist and transphobic.
You're right.
Because apparently the big thing now is what, feminine penises or whatever. It's like, what the fuck is that?
Okay, how about boys sometimes have penises and girls sometimes have vaginas?
exactly?
good enough for
Now
you?
you're being moderate, but
I
you're
just
still
bent my knee. I just bent the knee.
You're saying boys and girls.
Actually, I'm going to issue a statement. I apologize for that.
Gender's
for
a
my-
social construct.
Yep, I apologize for my ignorance earlier. I had no idea that.
Not enough. You're going to
penises
have
and
to castrate
vaginas.
yourself and become a woman.
All right, let's go do it. $5,000.
Yeah. I mean, you're going to have to do a little more. I might not
$5,000
be
to
able
castrate myself and become a woman? Come on. Let's do it. I can't even
You
buy
sell out
tits
for that low.
Can't-
Shit.
I already got my own tits. All right. Sad Frisbee. Biggest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Biggest
Weird
ball of
Al.
twine in Minnesota. Weird Al.
Is that a song?
I guess.
Oh. You read these last two and we can wrap it up.
Yeah, it's a song.
Oh. Oh,
go
okay.
for
How's it
Nick
go?
Chan.
How's it go,
Yes,
DA?
We're going to see the biggest ball of twine in Minnesota.
Oh. Is it with
I'm
polka?
not singing the whole. You guys want to get out of here? Yeah, it's a polka.
Yeah. Oh, with the accordion and everything.
Yes. Yeah.
Weird Al never done a drug in his life, by the way. Mhm.
Sometimes you're just born weird.
Yep. That is weird.
Nothing
All
wrong
right.
with that, dude.
Nick
I mean, it made him a lot of money.
Read these
Nick
last
Shannon,
two. Yes.
Here's a useless fact. My hometown of Newark, Ohio, 30 minutes east of Columbus. Tree probably knows where it is. Not really, unfortunately. Has the world's biggest basket.
Damn, son.
Pittsburgh had that duck thing, which was apparently an art exhibit, which is like it's a fucking giant rubber duck. It's not fucking art. It's a big duck. But yeah, we had that duck thing. That's our
So
useless
someone
fact.
tried to make the world's biggest fuck, and they ended up with.
Oh, the world's biggest fuck. You can probably find that in any New York
Is it-
nightclub.
Right? Isn't there a record for biggest orgy? There's got to be, right?
Probably in Vegas or New York.
Yeah, there's got. I'm looking that up while you read this last.
Yep. Rage Bob 12 for 7. Did you guys watch the draft? I can't believe we got Austin Martin. I unfortunately didn't watch the MLB draft.
World's biggest orgy. I did not watch it because every time I cannot get. I'm not that deep into baseball where I don't know these high school kids, right? Like I don't know these college kids, and sorry. More than 1,000 swingers flocked to Las Vegas for world's. It stands at in May 11th. It was 500 people, 250 couples set in Japan in 2007, but in June of 2018, they went for 1,000 people. Moved ahead. So 1,000 people fucked in one night.
Nice.
Any pictures?
They probably have it for protection.
Not enough people showed up. Oh, they fell short. It only drew 375 people that wanted to fuck with other
That's what I
people.
figured. Like
That's
it's
sad.
like probably like 374 of them are dudes.
Yeah, it was all dudes, and they were like, "Ah, shit, let's just form a circle."
It's like 5 girls made a vow to get pregnant.
Does it
and
count if
300
everybody's
men
jerking
have
off?
volunteered.
Does that count, or you have to have coitus with each other? So they formed a long, like, just butt circle. Like,
Probably just like a butt train.
yeah, like
It's a freaking rape.
yeah,
Oh,
it's just
no.
a big circle butt.
It's like they all try to at the
Demonetized.
same time and do nothing.
Yep. Hey, look, we made it! Wow, 148 people stood to the
People
end of this.
still watch
shit.
this shit.
We didn't even talk about
You're
anything.
trying to pretend to red pill you.
A 300-person bukkake. That's right.
Pretty much what it is.
We've been mega demonetized.
And then
I don't
they made
know
a
how they
statue
let
of
us accept donations, honestly.
I mean, at least you have
Self-harm.
base watch. Oh,
All right,
Negative.
Peanut Gallery. You got any final thoughts? What happened to Alex? Where'd he go?
I think he's
Alex
a,
had to go tend to his hair.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a fantastic mullet.
oh yes, it is.
That's all right. Mine's catching him.
Kevin? Any final thoughts? No?
I'll see
if you
y'all
want-
next week.
Of course.
Okay.
And if you want more of the baseball, you are out.
Yeah, I thought that was
Well-
fun, having the game in the back. Just pick
Yeah,
me versus Tree, though.
Yeah, I have more Mets game. Boy, they are so entertaining.
The
Good.
Mets. Everybody loves the Mets. They're so entertaining.
Right. And don't forget, after the afterburn starts immediately after the show, twitch.tv/Dodger of Zion.
I would love, dude. We should let's announce the game behind us real quick. All right. Let's try
I'm a
to
little
see if we can
behind
work.
you, unfortunately.
What's
Like
that? Oh,
a lot.
yeah. You can't see it. That sucks.
All right,
Yeah.
stepping in the box right here is giant bitch ass. And no, it's Bridget. It's Bridget Zion. She's up at the plate and she takes a fastball low, ball 3.
Are you trying to say something, giant bitch?
Nina
ass?
Blanco's pitching. Ooh, another inside pitch. Oh, and she walks. Well, she's on base, everybody. All right, there we go.
Always
All
that
right.
money ball
Can we sign out?
on base presented.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's a gamer. All right, Tree. Any final thoughts yourself?
No, I don't. As I said, I'm just waiting for ad approval to get a vid out, but it'll be on the 7 teams that will not make it into the NHL if they keep playing. And I have an idea for a vid, but I'm in preliminary stages for it.
Awesome.
Something a little different.
I am coming out with the sad story of the Oakland Coliseum and why.
I'll call it a sewage leak out of 10.
Yes,
Well,
it's
dude.
going to be a great epic history of why Oakland's left with the terrible Coliseum. It's really sad,
Hmm.
actually.
The last of the outdated.
Dual use
Multiplexes.
failures. Yep. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for attending. Thanks to the mods, Nick Man, Beast of Metal, Dodger of Zion. I think Oshawott Man was here, but he changed his name. But I don't know if he actually checked in this time. Alex is also a mod. He gets to delete anyone that disagrees with him. And thanks EA and Kevin for sitting in. I'm 5 Points Vids, and you made it to another dumpster fire.
How the hell have we not been canceled yet?
I don't know.